How to make UGC ads with AI. That is today's entire lesson, and I am teaching it on a finished system. A full brand setup for a global apparel brand's linen collection, built as a test that produced the 4 ads you will watch at the end of this video. 4 completely different styles from one project. Write down the thesis first. UGC is a volume game, and volume is exactly where AI normally fails you. Here is why. Performance marketing runs on testing, and testing needs 20 variants live, so the auction can tell you which hook, which cast, which style wins. The traditional pipeline of creators and briefs and shipping product takes weeks the account does not have. And plain AI breaks on the 2 things you cannot compromise. The product looks wrong, plastic fabric, fake drape, a garment that is not your garment, and every asset starts from a fresh explanation, so variant 14 drifts from variant 1, and the account stops looking like one brand. The diagnosis to Memorise: this was never a creation problem. It is a volume with fidelity problem, many assets, one brand, one product, 0 drift. Invideo agent is what solved that equation for me, and the mechanism is the lesson. The brand is trained once, not per ad. Everything locks into context, the project's memory, and every ad after that inherits it. Here is the complete workflow, exactly as I ran it. It starts with the documents, and this is the training arc. 3 go in, the same pre-production documents a brand manager already has. The visual guidelines, identity, voice, tone, the product catalog, and here is the tip that decides everything later. Make sure it carries multiple angles per product and close-ups under different lighting, because that is what lets the agent hold the texture of the clothing in every single ad. And the treatment note: camera language, lighting, composition, plus the standing don'ts I wrote for performance work: no plastic-looking fabric, no moody grading, no AI-looking humans. Then watch what happens to those documents, because this is the moment the project grows a brain. Context. Invideo agent reads all 3 and populates context, and I teach my students to think of that tab as the brain of the project. It interprets what you gave it, saves it, and remembers all of it on its own for every ad that follows, without you repeating a word. Read its interpretation back, confirm it, and your brand is locked. And my classes never expect what comes next. Research. Invideo agent is also a research assistant. Give it the brand's website link, and it fetches the details itself, the story, the current offers running, everything the site can tell it, folded into the same context. With the brand understood, the clothes lock in as product sheets. Every garment becomes its own sheet, locked against the catalog's real shots: the shirt, the pants, the 3-piece, the dress. And before the sheets lock, do the thing that answers the plastic problem from the top of this lesson: share the textures themselves. Close-up images of the real fabric, short clips of it moving, handed to Invideo agent and saved into context. That is the difference between guessing and knowing. The agent is not imagining what linen feels like, it has seen your real weave up close. So when it generates an image or a video, the texture comes out with an original feel, not an AI feel. How does the product stay original in every variant? Because every generation builds against these sheets, which live in context, and Invideo agent attaches them itself, so the weave in variant 20 is the weave in variant 1, and nobody ever redescribes a garment. Then come the people, character sheets, and note the plural on both words, because this system casts per format. The product film has its people, the studio shoot has its single talent, the UGC ads have their creators, and each one locks as a character sheet in the same context. Invideo agent puts up multiple cast options, a spread of different faces to choose from, and you go back and forth like you would with a casting director. Then, once a cast is locked, you see them styled in the different pieces of the collection, the same face wearing each garment, so assigning products to characters becomes a choice you make with your eyes. Lock the sheets. One project, several casts, 0 confusion. And now the economics of the whole lesson arrive: the brief. With everything trained, each new ad is one short brief, carrying only the delta: which product, which hook, which mood, which format. Everything else defaults to what context already knows. 20 variants cost 20 small briefs, and how to make UGC ads with AI at volume is really a question about what your briefs no longer have to say. The speed of how to make UGC ads with AI comes from multi-agent. Run specialist sessions inside the same project, one for product films, one for studio work, one for UGC, each a fresh chat with its own workflow, all reading the same context. While you review one format, another is generating lanes instead of a queue, and no lane can drift because they share one brain. then the check, and it is the moment that earns trust. Invideo Agent reviews its own outputs before showing them to you. The catch I show every class is the character who came back with visible arm hair when her character sheet had none, caught against the sheet and regenerated before I ever saw the frame. The on-brand review that eats a creative director's week now runs inside the pipeline on every generation. And with that, the pipeline is set, and hear this part clearly. The setup is quick and it is long-term because the system is saved in context. The project remembers the brand tomorrow, next week, next campaign. You train once, and from then on, you only ever brief the next ad. So let me show you what one trained system produces. 4 ads, 4 styles. The first, a product showcase film, summer linen, coastal light, 1 person per frame.
Some days, you just need to feel lighter. Softer. Easier. Uniqlo linen. Lifewear.
The second, a studio shoot in the BTS style. 1 talent, white limbo, the same shirt in 5 pastel shades. The third, a trial room UGC, a creator reacting to the outfit on camera.
I've been eyeing this outfit for so long. I mean, look at it. It's giving chic yet effortless. I'm obsessed. This is definitely going to be my summer outfit. Save this for your next Uniqlo run.
And the fourth, an outdoor UGC piece. The burgundy mini dress, gray backdrop, sunlight, shot to feel like a phone.
So this is the Uniqlo linen mini dress. It's actual linen, you can feel the weave, but it's really soft. The cut is this easy A-line so it doesn't cling, it just kind of falls. Oh, and it has pockets! And this burgundy is really pretty in person. Honestly, I don't think I need another dress this summer.
So here is how to make UGC ads with AI, the verdict as one liftable sentence. Train the brand, the product sheets, and the character sheets into context in Invideo Agent once, and one system produces multiple variations in multiple styles. Every ad different, every ad on brand, every ad wearing the real clothes. If you are deciding what to build your ad volume on, my answer as someone who teaches this daily, Invideo Agent at invideo.io. Bring your 3 documents. Class runs itself from there.